Alright. So I typically like to start out with a sort of brief overview of what the ship is. This is the Federation C, considered a pretty terrible vessel. We got human, double Zoltan, Mantis for our crew. So decent crew, although not a ton of blue options with these. NGs are 1, rocks are 2. NES can actually have quite a few blue options. So despite the fact that we have 3 different types of crew members, we don't get a bunch of blue options from. Now we see we have shields, level 2 engines, oxygen, a weapon system that is a 40 scrap penalty to get to level 2 with no starting weapons, piloting, sensors, doors, a teleporter, have the flak artillery, and a level 2 clone. So the flak artillery operates almost exactly, or functions I should say, exactly like a flak 2. It fires 7 projectiles. Unlike a flak 2 though, it requires 4 power, a lot of scrap to upgrade. We see it's 160 scrap to get it to fire every 20 seconds. The flak 2 you can buy for, I think it's like 80 scrap. It only requires 3 power to fire every 20 seconds, plus if you man it, you of course have a reduced firing time. Also, you get to choose where it fires. This is like the other artillery vessels. We don't get to choose where our shots actually go. And unlike the artillery, it doesn't ignore shields. It's a pretty terrible system. Artillery flak is really bad, and it also takes up a weapon or a system slot on our ship. We have another slot dedicated to teleporting. That means we could have 1 additional system. Like, we can't get both hacking and cloaking. We don't have amazing borders. While the Mantis is good, the other ones are not so great. Like boarding with... So we'll actually have Zoltans in piloting, board with the humans, because I think the 100 HP very important. So yeah, this is a real struggle to survive. We're going to be outgunned by every ship. Have no way of really reliably taking down Zoltan shields. It's going to take 50 seconds for the flak to fire. It's an unreliable weapon. And yeah, generally we're just going to be running behind. On easy and normal mode, where the ships aren't bad and you have some starting scrap, you can get like shields 2 and have a pretty okay rest of the game, because you can spend scrap on, you know, picking up crew or a lot of other additions. We don't have that luxury, I'm afraid. Our only luxury really is the emergency respirator we can potentially sell. Alright, so let's just get at it. The data we carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. We'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. Alright. Okay, so as I said, we're going to put Mantis and Human as our 2 borders. Unfortunately, lose a power with the Zoltan, putting piloting. Or are you going to save those positions? Again, I'm just not a fan of... I know Zoltans can, you know, explode when they die and they deal 15 damage. I tried mathing it out, and unless there's like 3 crew in the room, they're still getting pretty much out DPS'd. Versus the human. Everything is powered up currently. We need it to. We do have the fortune that we have a level 2 clone bay. Clone bay is good for boarding. Can be pretty aggressive with how we board. Plus, it already has at least 1 buffer point, so we can even go against LATO missiles as well. Or right off the bat. Yeah, we're gonna just hit the store, sell my scanners. Or the, Pole Laser 3. Wow, that's an amazing weapon. That super amazing. Gonna sell emergency respirator and just get 5 scrap. Went level 2 shields early. Really, there's only, like I said, we only have the 1 system slot left over. holding out for cloaking. Hacking is next. Everything else just is not nearly powerful enough to sort of make up for the fact that we have essentially a dead system. We might upgrade it at the end if we have like a ton of leftover scrap, but it is not going to be our main way of killing enemy ships. Alright, so we got an automated ship here. Teleport the gene directly and avoid conflict. Hacking and weapon. Looks like it only has an ion weapon. I want the double scrap here. There's a chance we don't get anything, so go ahead and just board directly into the weapons. As long as we take a weapon system down, which we should do before it fires, we'll be okay for this fight. This is going to be, if you are the faint of heart and don't like watching me murder crew, we're going to murder them a lot. Actually, I mean, this is a pretty solid fight in the fact that we can actually take it down while being relatively safe. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty slow early on. This thing's firing every 50 seconds, so this fight's already gonna last close to 2 minutes. Fortunately, like, the flak is just so unreliable. I'm gonna keep sending crew over. Oh, I accidentally sent my Zoltan over. Oh well. Hi, Zoltan. Yeah, I mean, we just fired 5 projectiles against no shields and 2 hull damage. I am concerned to potentially get that other weapon online. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna need 2 crew to actually take down systems because they'll just die too fast, and if I don't take it down while I'm over there, then it erases the damage we've dealt. Yay! Alright, 9 scrap. Get a sector update. We did! There are no other stores. Yeah, I want shields more than anything, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the buffer point in there. The problem with boarding with what we're doing is fires are also really bad. Yeah, everything about this ship is so bad. Like, fires anywhere are going to be bad. Zoltans are bad with dealing fires. Mantises are also pretty terrible at them. We're vulnerable from there. We see that there's not a lot of venting in the middle of this ship. We're going to just fight the ships. That's what we do. I want to try and stave off him doing damage. My Zoltan. Ugh, this is already really bad. I'm going to switch them up. Save some health. This is a pretty terrible weapon setup. They got the basic laser and mini beam, so they need to do pretty consistently 2 damage every volley. Oh, it's a rock. That's gonna take quite a while to kill. On, thank you. Okay, no more lifetimes remaining from the ship. We get to strip useful material. Took 3 hull damage there. 14 scrap, 3 fuel, 2 souls. Guys, try and repair. So you're so lousy at repairs. They even trained? Nope. Alright, well, doesn't really matter then. Alright, so we're killing off crew here. That way we can heal them to full health. It's pretty important to have crew at full health for boarding events. Or even in combat, they have to could potentially take damage from oxygen deprivation, or fires, or just taking shots. And they have the... You don't want your crew dying while you're in the middle of a fight. It's 30 scraps to get our next shield bubble. Looks like we can get a pretty decent amount of fights. Mind actually not having fights. This is just a really awkward ship. Intervene to defend the outpost. Okay, chance at double rewards, cloaking, problem. Burst 2 and a small bomb. This is super bad. Okay, please take down their weapons. Luckily it was only a 5-second cloak. That was a very important dodge, and we got the burst down. So go ahead, repair this. Uh-oh. Jeez. Okay, if that had hit us in the clone bay, that would have been the entire run. Okay, so what we're going to do... This. We're going to leave the Zoltan there. And what this does is prevents the ion bomb from actually taking down our clone bay. So one of the fun things you can do with Zoltans is kind of why I like the crew-wise. A lot of I guess shenanigans you can kind of do with them. So using them to stave off ion damage being one of them. You can also steal power. Like these systems that temporarily use power. Okay, decent, good reward there. Shield bubble, power bar to get it online. Like we could run him into the room, the teleporter, after teleporting, and we would actually get that power bar back for our systems. You can do the same thing for like hacking, mind control, and cloaking. If you put 2 of them in shields, your shields actually, the last shield bubble doesn't get ion down. Alright, so at least we got to shields level 2. Next goal will be trying to get some sort of weapon. Because right now... Okay. Okay. For some reason it was throwing me offline there. Yeah, this is just not a reliable way to deal damage. But it's a big goal that or it's a big thing that we've actually survived to get our second shield online. Very easy to just die in Sector 1 with this ship. Alright, so we come across a pirate in hot pursuit of an unidentified ship. Looks like a basic laser and mini beam, so this is a safe fight for us. We're not going to take the bribe. Be a hero. Chance of double rewards here. Oh yeah, we already had 1 crew kill. Don't need artillery flak. Let's see what we have. We have a Mantis and Sultan. Okay. Again, with Clone Bay, we don't have to be too particularly concerned about our health. Sultan's probably going to kill Mantis very closely. 17 scrap. 3 fuel, 2 missiles. Thank heaven you should have been dead. 4 hull repair. Okay, so hull repairs are 2 scrap. Oh, free scrap reward. So I guess the goal is essentially trying to save up about 80 scrap to buy really all the good weapons we can get for 80 scrap. That's your first 2s. Black 1. Just anything with projectiles. Burst laser 1 would be fantastic as well. Though I also still have to pay the 40 scrap penalty to get it online. Oh, that connects down that. Jump this way. Let's go ahead and do that. Four fuel for 2 missiles. I don't have a missile weapon right now. I might need to get one online later. 16 fuel is pretty good. I typically like to sit around 14 fuel. There are also events where I can trade off bomb missiles for 10 scrap. But there's not a store in the rest of the... Okay, let's go ahead and just do the trade. Don't have to... Worrying about fuel is the worst. Being caught without fuel, it costs you jumps. Life, potentially. Okay, so you determine a rebel scout. Attack approach to a small refueling outpost. Their weapons are charged, but they're not firing yet. Okay, go ahead and aim defense outpost. Our artillery black to some stuff. So we'll board into shields, kind of suss out what the situation is. I'm going to it's 3 crew. Alright, it is definitely 3 crew. So we can move around. Few damage in the shields and the heavy laser. That's bad. Right now I'm sort of waiting until I get my teleport online, and then we can quad board into their weapon systems. Come on, I'm 3v1ing now. Oh gosh, they have a level 2 medbay. Okay, well, alright, we're gonna have to reassess the situation. This was way dangerous to board into this fight. I should have turned it down. Can we get out of this, though? So the missile system is down. Still have a shield bubble up for the heavy laser. Technically, we're still alive. We're fine. Probably not getting a crew kill here, though. You need him to try and repair his oxygen. So, other weapon system down. So this is an Artemis missile. That means they're going to have to get 2 power bars online before it comes online. They'll probably just power the heavy laser first before that. That gives us quite a bit of time to repair our teleporter and get over there to prevent them from fixing it and then just killing them with our flak. Alright, so 1 fuel, 1 drone, 18 scrap, double reward. What did we take? 10 hull damage there? Boarding actually didn't help too much in that scenario. Up the Mantis here. Now, ideally, that we get enough crew kills to sort of get the bonus scrap, the 15% ward or free stuff. Get free weapons, that would be really great. Try and transition that to all the flaws with this ship. And the fact that you have to pay 40 scrap an additional to get a weapon system online, you only have the one system to add to the actual ship. This and the flak artillery is just god-awful. Now, it is, the Fed C is pretty much on everyone's bottom 5 list as regards to okay, local radar. Turns out it's a Rebel automated scout. Hopefully we can take down its weapon systems and be safe. Oh, it's trying to get away. So I should have boarded into piloting there. Because we're actually we're safe for this fight. Now I have the issue, right? Like, if I board with these 2 crew and I don't take their piloting down and they just get away, I lose those 2 crew permanently. I cannot do that. So we'll fire this. Yeah, wouldn't have happened. So because I boarded instantaneously before I saw that it was jumping, just lost 2 jumps. Missile and cloaking. Okay, and you're trying to... I think we just have to let them run Unless this is a Lado. Find out very soon. Nope, it's an Artemis. Yep, we have to let them run. So they decided to put a 3-power weapon system and cloaking on a ship, which is really gross. But that Artemis could totally hit our clone bay. This is the sort of, you see the obvious problem with this ship is there's a lot of lack of interaction with enemy ships. Pursuit again? Pursuit doubled again. Are we now diving? Yeah, we're diving. Okay, well, this has been a really awful Sector 1 so far. We haven't technically done anything wrong. We got away with that double reward fight. And now we have to... Oh, no. I had the fleet pursuit double. That was also a mistake. So I could have got scrapped for that, and I would have been okay on that fight. So yeah, this is a situation of my own doing. We're diving anyways, so might as well get 2 more jumps. At least it's a nebula. Shooters on board. Okay, well, we get no scrap for this. Okay, triple boarders in Sector 1. Still, this is a pretty bad Sector 1 thus far. We've bought shields, and we got 2 powers for that, so that's 90 scrap plus 53. So we've only gotten 140 scrap, and 25 of that came from selling our oxygen for our emergency respirators. Okay, we should be relatively safe here. 2 shields against their drone and mini beam. This can fire twice, and that would be potentially timed with this. It's a pretty don't have any way to heal. You have a mantis and a human. So we're gonna move around the ship to get some 2v1 time because they keep trying to swap out. Particularly when they transition to the rock. Bolton's in. Thank you for walking through my shields and depowering them. This. Hey, 13 scrap. So this is going to be a very nasty fight in Sector 1. My entire purpose is to just get away from it as fast as possible, so I'm going to get level 3 engines. It's a little bit earlier than I normally like to get level 3 engines for this ship, because again, I want to actually have, you know, a functioning weapon system. I figured like that. Don't need the power for it. And we're just gonna try and run. Probably such a good chance we'll get boarded. We'll put you in shields, or you there. You'll go into shields in case you're there. That would probably put us too far behind. I was thinking about upgrading engines yet again. Okay. Let's see how gross this fight is. That's pretty gross. 5-powered weapon system, teleporter, clone bay, 2 shields. Alright. Like I said, purpose of this is just to get out of here. Send the Mantis. Deal with the border. This person shields. Really good dodges there. Alright, and we're gonna get out of here. Zoltan controlled or Mantis. Those are two pretty terrible options. Or absolutely can't go Zoltan controlled. I can't wait 50 seconds to fire against Zoltan shields. Even then, I need a high percentage of my shots to actually get to come out. It's really bad that we didn't get a weapon in the first sector. It's incredibly bad we did not get a weapon in the sector. Okay, so what's nice is Mantises won't have cloaking, and they normally have a teleporter, and normally means weakened weapon systems. But yeah, this is absolutely not what I would consider to be an ideal situation. Hopefully we can find Slaver ship, pick up Mantis so I have better boarding crew than a human. Humans are sort of middle of the road. Crystals, rocks, Mantis, those are your top 3. Lanius are kind of meh unless you have multiples of them. It's unlikely for that to occur. Unless you start out with some. Alright, but hey, we're still alive. And fighting in a sun. And intruders on board. Well, that's 8. That's pretty fortunate. So we actually got to split them up. Gonna make it tougher for them to break through the doors. Let's turn off oxygen, make it less comfortable for them. Max out. Let's open this door actually. Off. Oh no, that was silly. They consider that unmanning the doors when a person walks through it. Is there a store? Okay. I'm gonna have to try and take them out first before I jump. So the potential fear here is if I only had level 1 clone bay as a solar flare can actually take it out. Okay, we can just vent that fire. Turn off the oxygen so the vents that room quicker. Come on, there's no oxygen in. Don't. Thank you. Okay, let's get out of here. Alright, so once again, knock off the crew. I think we've only gotten 2 crew kills thus far. That's really, like I said, we've already started off behind. This means we continue being behind. Now kind of starting to become more and more at the mercy of RNG helping us out. Asteroid field, not good. Okay, well, we're going to board into their weapon system to try to get that offline as fast. Particularly when it's another burst laser too. Now, sort of thing you have to appreciate in FTL is how the enemy weapons fire. Kind of they spray versus hitting the same system every single shot on ships. So the fact that we have like a level 2 clone bay, we don't actually have to fear this hitting it 3 times and taking it offline. Oh, that's so good that it did. So I got the threatening weapon offline. Go ahead and turn on the oxygen. Gonna wait here. 3, right? Okay. So, it's believed that the way they depower weapons on enemy ships, while they do take in consideration how much damage they've taken, you know, so if we dealt like 2 damage to this system, it wouldn't just take both weapons offline. But it takes into account the current charge level of the weapons. Those guys were like stunned. That was terrifying. And that the weapon with the least amount of power currently in it, least fully charged weapon, least charged weapon is the one that gets taken offline first. So we saw where this beam has a fire time of about 10-11 seconds, and this is 12. So we dealt 1 damage. Any player would have absolutely taken the mini beam offline versus the first 2, but the AI opted reverse. That worked out well for us. On free weapon floating in space. Let's see. Detect retrieval in an escape pod floating nearby. You consider returning to space when you learn it's a mantis. We have a clone bay, so we're going to pry open. Hopefully we get free crew. Did not get free crew. So obviously, if we had a med bay in that event, if we had a med bay in that event, we would have lost crew there. They would not have come back. I would not have attempted to pry it open. There is a chance that they actually join our crew. We're not risking anything thanks to the clone bay. Worth trying. That's the third boarding event so far. It's really bad. I need scrap and I'm not getting them from these events. It would have been worthwhile if I picked up crew. And have double mantis borders. Double mantis border, put the human on piloting, kick the Zoltan over, would have got a power bar out of it as well. Still really hurting for scrap. Another missile. Have to board. Hopefully they only have 3 crew and we can do the where we move them. They adjust poorly. Luckily there's no med bay though. Okay, and it's only in Artemis. Kind of funny how this weapon system is a lot less scary than weapon systems we've seen in Sector 1. Okay, as long as we shields up, that's fine. Please take him down before the missile fires again. No life signs remaining. Gets 14 scrap for a crew kill. Sure. Okay, chance at double rewards. Of course they have a missile and a charge 2. Aid the civilian ship. Or directly into piloting. Mantis aim. It's okay, we're gonna lose that fight. So that's a bit of a problem. See if this is a 1 or 2 damage missile. 1 damage missile. Hey, Brian, thank you for the host. How's it going? It's bad that it also hit us in our shields. Let's pretend we can maybe evade some of this. Okay, this is really bad now. This is actually incredibly bad. So they hit us in the 2 systems I really absolutely needed them not hit for this fight to go completely awful. So they hit me in the shields, which means I'm now vulnerable to this weapon here. And then they had enabled that the shot from the charge hit my teleporter, so I can't send both my crew over to help my definitely worse than double Mantis crew. So we're gonna run around, try and get that repair. Now we're going to board into the weapons, try and get a 4-on-2, hopefully kill them before we get killed by their weapon systems. Yeah, no, this is, this run has been, it's a terrible ship. This is actually one of the worst ships in FTL to start with. We've gotten no help so far. Nothing free has come our way. Got a little bit behind. I made, one mistake in Sector 1 that cost me some scrap and a jump. Wow, just triple shot into missiles. Oh, they had an NG. Oh. Oh, okay. Of course they had an NG. Totally missed. Please kill them. But we haven't seen the store yet. We made about half, or almost 75% through the sector. Contact the civilian ship. Wow, that's a run saver. Free burst laser Mark 1. Take the shuttle back to our ship. Of course we do. I say it's a run saver, but yeah, there's no store. I only needed to buy 1 power bar there. Okay, so let's go ahead and repair/fix things. So yeah, that was the first bit of good luck we've had so far. What have you been up to, Brian? Can't believe it shot us. I can believe it. It just that it actually managed to shoot us in the shields 3 times with the missile. That's it's a little bit gross. Squire of the Dance, hello. Alright, so there doesn't seem there's another store yet. Really like some repairs. Asteroid field. Clone ship with cloaking. Okay, so this is where, like, with another burst laser too. So that's the fourth or fifth one we've seen already. We're dead, most likely. Not a whole lot I can do about it, particularly with a long cloak. That was amazing. Wow. We should be dead. And that asteroid just came in and hit that ship through a cloak. That was ridiculous. It was one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. Okay, so instead of being dead, we get 2 missiles, 1 drone, 16 scrap. Right now, that asteroid is MVP. Store? Hey, there's a store. Hit the store. Okay, we actually can't. We're not hopefully going to waste any jump in the sector. FTL charger Mantis. I cannot afford the Mantis. Alright. Well, our whole stop is no longer red and it's nice. Particularly welcoming aesthetic for our vessel. I don't know, maybe people are into the strobe light effect. Alright, well, hey, we're alive. Hull repair, another drone, attempt to download the data stores, or just strip it of scrap. So I have a guaranteed 10 scrap, or maybe I just get a map layout that I don't need. I'll take the 10 guaranteed scrap. Find source of stress. A small research station appears. A small laboratory fire is broken out. Now I have a clone bay here, so that makes it safe, right? Yeah. Right. So we're totally sending the crew in there. Crew valiantly keeps the fire at bay long enough to allow some of the scientists to escape, but it appears to be a losing battle. Before long, you order a retreat. Few scientists that were able to save are distraught but grateful you dropped them off the next station. Ah, so no free crew member. Looks like we get one more jump before the exit here. Missiles and burst twos. Yeah. Everything I had to deal with. Okay, so I'm curious where the hack actually lands. Before I board. And a combat one drone. The artillery. Perhaps we can live with that. Human, how many crew are we dealing with? So again, we're going to move them around. Repair bot. Should only be a 1 damage Lado. I can't imagine that they have hacking a drone control and a 2 and a 3 powered like weapon system. I want actually these smaller rooms here. Oh, right. You know, I actually have a weapon I can shoot. That would be good to remember. things you could, like, remember when you have functioning weapons. Okay, it started a fire. Good. Yeah, I just took at least 1 damage because I forgot about having an actual weapon. Trying to do repairs? Oh, right, the repair bot. Do that. Or if you don't. Hey, no life signs remaining. 17 scrap, 1 fuel, 1 drone. You know what? I actually just trained them. So we're gonna grind out these 2 guys. To repair here. Breach fixed? You did. Oh, this ship. Sent him. Back, good as new. Fortunately, we're still in a really bad situation here. Ships are going to start having 2 shields now. Most ships in the next sector are going to have 2 shields. So, I'm going to need something to pair along with the burst laser here. Actually do damage to them. Alright, you arrived finding what appears to be a colonized moon. However, scans show that it is abandoned. You detect an abandoned space station near the beacon. Station. Cool, 9 scrap. Alright, Zoltan controlled or Rock controlled? That seems like bad decisions either way. My borders are terrible. I can't take down rocks. They're going to have missiles. I have very limited ways of dealing with Zoltan shields. Got an immediate store here. But I only have 58 scrap. I'm gonna need to hit these jumps before I go to the store so I can actually buy something. Ran out of fuel. Let's hail them. 3 missiles for 2 drone parts. I think I will politely decline. It is a pretty awful ship. That is not an accurate way of describing it. Intruders on board. 2 shields. Another burst 2. The med bay. And it's double Mantis, and we're gonna get boarded by more Mantis, I assume. Right? Yes. Okay, so I have 3 Mantis boarders. A gross weapon system here. I hate this ship. It's awful. It only has 1 additional upgraded system that you can get. Oh, I love boarding. Oh, okay, well, now we can no longer damage them. They, our only chance was that they didn't hit us in our artillery beam here. On Clone Bay. Okay, so that means I don't actually have a pilot right now. Uh-huh. Yeah, this is super fair, game. I want you to know I appreciate how incredibly fair this is. Well, normally, well, with this ship, it would be a distinct possibility, but yeah, third shield, 100 and probably 50 scrap. Right. Okay, so we have to jump from here because that fight is insanely awful, and I have zero chance of winning it. Attack the automated ship to get to the station. I gotta take fights. I just have to take fights. Just simple matter of fact, I need fights. Get to board my Zoltan there. Bit unfortunate. On, come up in time. Yeah, probably not. Goes my piloting. God, this ship is such garbage. It's just pure RNG. Can you RNG hard enough? I didn't RNG hard enough. Oh, we're just gonna die from lack of air. Yeah, we're pretty toast. Oh, actually, I still need the pilot to pilot. Thank you. I clicked you. Thank you. Go. Well, remember, it got hit in a fight. I couldn't do anything. I mean, I can't even take these fights because all the weapon systems are infinitely better than mine. I keep getting hit in my weapon systems. I'm probably soft locked here. Perhaps. Okay, the human has a chance. Well, this is this ship. I mean, it's really... There's like 12 things wrong with this ship. And I've corrected like 3 so far. I'm gonna need the human. Sultans don't have health and they repair at garbage speed. Or the Mantis. Mantis repairs at garbage. Okay, at least that finally chained together. Yay! See? This is normal. Yeah. I really do dislike when you lose runs and it's no fault of your own. But they designed it that way. Right, thank you for your repairs. Job. That's still not an ideal situation. Let's see, we have 4 fuel. I still can't penetrate level 2 shields. This is so completely fruitful. Like, I can't even get that online. I could buy it, but then I couldn't even get it online. Zelda Burst 1 go weaponless. What happens when I run into a Zoltan ship? I don't think any of that information is accurate at all. Iron Bomb will break the Zoltan shields. Technically that's true. It'll only take 2 bombs every single time if I don't miss a single one. Oh, no, that's right. It does double damage. Yeah. I'm already close to 100 scrap behind at this point. I'm only in Sector 3. Oh, and everything's pretty much been automated scouts as well. Ah. I had some $3 in lint in your pocket. Oh, I only sent 1 crew because... Yeah. I have 2 shots. Just to not come back online. Hey, Basing, thanks for the host. Caught us on a really gross, awful run thus far, unfortunately. But I do appreciate it. How's it going? I went the Necrodancer. Few achievements, nice. Yeah, I still haven't beaten Mary. I always die in like Fortissimo. I got to 5-5 Fortissimo at half a heart, and I knew about the that bug. So I tried to like take out the speakers, and there's no indication that a speaker is about to spawn an enemy on Fortissimo, and it spawned right on top of me, and it just died. Super sad. Well, at least the small bomb's down now. Matter. Let's go. It's out. Pretend. Just auto fire this, please, because I keep forgetting it. So, anyways, this is Federation C. You'd think I'm only in like Sector 2 with my ship, but it's actually Sector 3. We are incredibly far behind. This is probably a dead run. Woohoo, 22 scrap. Okay, 4th boarding event. Fantastic. I can't even put the Burst Laser 2s online. So that's the fun part. Died with the human pilot. Yeah, I mean, it's just, this is actually kind of one of the reasons I don't do, say, like, Twinch's balance mod, because there'd literally be no way to come, I couldn't even imagine a way to come back with everything being fair. Like, maybe I come across Flak 1, I get enough scrap together and I pull it off, but with its increase in rarity, it's like, oh, you'll just get a sort of vanilla weapon. We have to kill off more crew, heal them again. Cycle of life continues. So we've had 4 boarding events, 6 scouts. I probably only have like 3 to 4 crew kills at this point. A repair arm. Jeez. I'd actually like to have a repair arm. Typically terrible. I need everything. I mean, I just need to not face Burst Laser 2s every single jump. Just not Burst Laser 2s every single jump. I wish I was just being overly dramatic, but I'm really not. You know what might help? Captain's Edition? Captain's Edition is utter garbage. It is the worst. That is such an unbalanced mess. Woohoo! Oh man, this is super ideal. You guys get the burst back up. Like a really good weapon. 27 scrap. Alright. Best. Alright, I don't even have functioning doors. No, yeah, I watched some of it and just like anybody who had any random idea that popped in their head managed to put it in. Weapons border between utterly insane and terrible. So you run up against ships that should have utterly insane builds sometimes. I know, we're just fighting the good fight right now. I can't imagine. Maybe we get an event that repairs our hull and then we find a free-floating weapon. And like a heavy one. That'd be kind of cool. Twelve other amazing things happen. Yeah, no, I was watching, Scott play it too. And Scott's, I know he does no pause, so he has that slight disadvantage, but he's definitely a better player at this game than I am. And, yeah. Oh, you know, I keep forgetting about this. I, like, made this function. Oh, you have a time delay on it, do you, Nightbot? Need like that. Ooh, do it. Ooh, spacing. And, was it the cluster bomb? That's like a one-powered bomb that takes out 3 systems. That thing was like the most disgusting thing ever. You can no pause that on your pass. I definitely would feel like it had a lot to do with, like, luck, more so than anything. The free field used to be a Zoltan cruiser. Unfortunately, the NG escort takes you as the attacker. Okay. Hey, do you have a burst laser too? Fantastic. That's amazing. Dodge. They don't actually have a way to heal. There's a chance we actually win this? Really? Now that the ship has been emptied of hostiles, you search it and eventually find a prisoner who offers to join your crew. 11 scrap and a fighting engine. Okay. So, it's fantastic that we have an NG. I just sort of want to check sector layout there. That gives us blue options. It actually has somebody who's capable of doing good repair. Fantastic. Oh. Okay, so what do I do here then? These are guys are... Oh, they've actually lost their training. So I normally like the NG to run around and fix things, but I also have this power bar I'm not using from this Zoltan. So am I going to actually make the NG the pilot so I get the power bar then? Have much options though. Is mic cutting out for anybody, or is it just my phone? Oh, I might just be talking too quietly. Sorry about that. Hey, there's a store. I can't go to that store. Alright, so we arrive at a long-range beacon. Dock with the refueling platform or ignore the refueling platform. Oh, we have to ignore it here. We can take 5 damage from this event. Okay, so you have a med bay and everyone's favorite. Oh, the burst 5. I'm sorry, burst 3. Okay. Burst 3. And a med bay. Don't need the clone bay on right now. Let's get that activated. Okay, well, at least they're normal crew. Oh, yeah. Had time for you to shoot. Okay, no, I don't need the burst laser right now. I can charge the burst laser back. Plenty of time. Now burst laser's offline. Okay, so that's a problem. Hey, I'm having a problem. I'm just as shocked about it as you are. This is dumb. I'm just dead. Right. Such a horrible... Oh, come on. I was already dead and you shot me. What are my stats? 16 ships defeated. 293 scrap collected. Sector 3. That's awful. Alright, well, that didn't last that long. Let's see if we can get